Oh, hello there, my deliciously curious viewers. You're tuned into another tantalizing episode of Based on Not a True Story, where I, Stella, am your guide to the wild, the passionate, and oh yes, the utterly fictional. Today's episode is called The Midnight Serenade, and let me just say, if you love grand gestures and a dash of mystery, this one's going to pluck all your heartstrings. Yes, pun completely intended. So, picture this. It's a warm summer night, the kind where the stars look like they've just been polished and thrown across the sky. Our storyteller for tonight, let's call her Juliet, is lounging on her terrace with a glass of wine in hand. She lives in one of those gorgeous suburban neighborhoods where everyone's house looks like it belongs in a magazine, but life behind the doors isn't nearly as picture-perfect as it seems. You know the type. Juliet's settled into her usual evening routine. A Cabernet Sauvignon in one hand, her trusty journal in the other. She's about to pen another entry about her latest existential crisis. You know, the classic, what am I doing with my life, conundrum. But just as she begins, music wafts through the air. And not just any music. Oh no, my darlings. This is a violin piece so hauntingly beautiful that it makes her skin prickle. Think Tchaikovsky meets erotic tension. She's intrigued immediately. Wouldn't you be? She steps to the edge of her terrace, trying to pinpoint where the music is coming from. Lo and behold, across the way, on another expansive balcony, stands a man. Or, should I say, a figure, because he's wearing a mask straight out of a Venetian masquerade. His tuxedo is sharp, James Bond sharp, and he's cradling a violin, like it's an extension of his very soul. I know. Swoon-worthy already, right? Juliet's first thought is, who on earth plays violin in a tuxedo on a Tuesday night? Her second thought? Who cares? He's hot. As if on cue, he finishes his piece with a dramatic flair, bowing deeply in her direction. She claps instinctively, a little embarrassed by how easily she's been enchanted. But before she can overthink it, oh, and you know Juliet is a chronic overthinker, the masked musician gestures toward her. He raises one gloved hand, beckoning her to join him. And my lovelies, this is where the night takes a sharp detour from the ordinary. Now, Juliet is no shrinking violet, but she hesitates. I mean, come on, stranger danger, right? Except this stranger's got cheekbones for days, at least what she can see past the glimmering mask, and a musical talent that could charm the pants off. Well, pretty much anyone. Driven more by curiosity than caution, though perhaps a cocktail of both, she decides to take the plunge. Slipping on a silk robe more out of fantasy than practicality, Juliet makes her way to the masked musician's balcony. Her heart is hammering in her chest, but her steps are confident, because if there's one thing Juliet knows how to do, it's feign composure. Knocking softly, she's greeted by his outstretched hand, and a smile that she can practically feel through the mask. No words are exchanged. Instead, he steps back, leading her into a dreamscape of candles, soft rugs, and, oh yes, a chilled bottle of champagne. And then, my dears, the serenade turns interactive. He plays the violin inches from her face, so close she can feel the vibrations in her bones. The notes are hypnotic, seductive, each stroke of the bow on the strings weaving a spell. She's completely enraptured, her eyes locked onto his. She's thinking, is this real? Is this even legal? And why does it feel like the most alive I've ever been? You know, the sort of internal monologue we've all had at one point or another. I'll skip the minor details, like how she almost spills champagne on his Persian rug, and cut to the pièce de résistance. The night ends with a duet. Not musical. No violins involved this time, you know what I mean. Cue the romantic fade to black. Of course, by morning he's gone. Vanished like some enigmatic phantom of the night, leaving no trace except for his mask, purposefully placed on her nightstand along with a handwritten note. The note? Oh, now here's the kicker. It simply reads, "Until next time." Cruel or thrilling? You decide. And that, my daring darlings, is The Midnight Serenade. A story that reminds us all to maybe, just maybe, lean into life's mysteries. Just don't forget to take your pepper spray, okay? Until next time, keep those letters coming. You know where to find me. Who knows? Maybe your steamy tale will be featured next. Trust me, I'm all ears, and a glass of champagne away from reading your wildest, most not true stories. Cheers.